So we're going to talk a little bit about the American holiday of Thanksgiving, since it's coming up. When is it coming up?
28th.
November. Thursday, yeah. Right. So for just 2 minutes, I'd like you to talk with your partner, and 3, about what you know about the American holiday of Thanksgiving. What do you know about it? Okay, just talk about what you know, and then we'll talk some more. Okay?
I don't know how to explain anything in general, but they start when they I know that they kill a turkey.
No, because they celebrate the one in the past.
They don't say anything.
I'm hearing some great ideas. Some are about tradition, some are about history. I'm hearing history over here. Tradition is another thing. Excellent, yes. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Thanksgiving and the language that we need to talk about it. So we're going to talk about the first Thanksgiving. To talk about the first Thanksgiving, what tense do we need to talk in? What tense do we need to use? The past tense, right. Okay, so we need some verbs in the past tense. And so what do typically regular past tense verbs have at the end? ED, yes, right. Do all verbs with ED sound the same? No, okay. What are some of the sounds? Can you think of some verbs right now? Past tense verbs?
Related.
Related. That's a verb. Watched. Stopped. Started. Right. So watched and started don't sound the same, but they're spelled the same, right? So sometimes these verbs present some pronunciation difficulties, right? So the key to pronouncing things is first we need to hear them. So we're going to do an exercise where we're going to listen to some verbs and you're going to choose which ending you hear. So everybody stand up. It's going to be an active exercise. And you'll notice that I have 3 endings on the walls. You said related. It has an id sound, related. And then someone said watched. Has a t. Okay, And then behind Vilma we have d, such as argued. We argued over the table, right? So I'm going to read some verbs, and I'm going to ask you to walk to the sound that you hear. So for example, if I say talked, where should I walk? Okay, so I'm going to read some verbs and you just walk to where you think they go. If you walk to the wrong one, I'll ask you to sit down. And we'll see who does. Okay? All right, so cooked. Ladies, I must ask you to sit down. Have a seat. Okay. Folded.
Say it again.
Folded. You guys are right. Okay. Organized. Tasted. You're wrong, she's right. So Watson wins. Congratulations. Yay, right? I'm glad there are two. So, let's do an exercise. Take out a piece of paper. We'll do a little more of this. And make 3 columns. 3 columns. First column is t. Second column, d. Third column, u. Okay, so I'm going to say some verbs and just write them in the column that you hear, kind of like what we did walking. But the game was over too fast. Okay? The first one is washed. 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 Second one is counted. Counted. I counted the rolls. Counted. Third one is peeled. I peeled the potatoes. Peeled.
It's not easy.
Okay. Next one, relaxed. We relaxed on the couch. Relaxed. Next one, burned. I burned the turkey. Burned. Next one, dried. Dried. Some of you are watching my mouth, which is a very smart thing to do. Dried. Next one, tasted. Tasted. Okay. What? So compare your lists. 2, 2, 2, 3. Compare your lists. See if you agree.
I don't know what to write today.
I know.
Second was washing.
It's hard, isn't it? Yeah. But there are rules. You gotta go through them. Of course.
Do you say peel?
Peeled.
Peeled?
Peeled? Did I say yes? Peeled potatoes.
Peeled, because we understand
Here.
what maybe it
Peeled, yes. And those 2 sounds are hard for Spanish speakers because
Yes, yeah.
What do you say
Peeled.
Pronounce like this one.
So tell me.
Difficult.
Yes, it is. That's why we're doing this. Because this is very difficult. But there are rules, and we're going to get to the rules, and you'll go. So what should I put? Will someone dictate? Tell me something that went in this category of what goes in here?
Peeled?
Hmm?
Wash it.
Wash.
Wash.
Washed.
Wash.
And where should I put peeled? Peeled.
Peeled. In the middle. Yeah.
Peeled. Another verb. Tell me where it goes. Peeled. P-E-E-L-D. Okay. Where should I put, Antonio, where should I put tasted? Tasted.
Suspect.
Easy.
Ah. Okay.
You say that and
What did you
I
put?
said, no, I said.
Okay. Anyone else dictate? Tell me what you put. tell me where to put it?
Brush it.
Where should I put it?
T.
Brushed.
Brush.
Okay, Neen, can you pick a verb and tell me where you put it?
So I heard bunt. So because maybe wrong hearing.
What is it?
Bunt.
Oh, burned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
where did you put it?
Yeah, T.
Burnt. So burnt is the adjective
Yeah.
form. My toast is burnt.
Yes.
D, burned.
Burned.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry
Brown.
at all. Burns. That's why we're doing this, because this is a very hard thing to hear. And if we hear it, that we'll get better at pronouncing. Okay. Where did you put fixed? Where did you put fixed?
D.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, where should I go?
T.
Yeah, fixed. We're gonna find out why. No problem. Fixed. Someone else dictate another verb to me and tell me where to put it.
Say, counted.
Counted. Where should I put it? Yeah, counted. What? Someone said folded. I heard folded.
D.
Here?
Yeah.
Folded.
Folded.
Oh, folded.
Oh, yeah.
Who thinks it goes here? Delivered?
T.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Delivered. Okay, so let's do a little pronunciation with these, okay? I'm just gonna call them random. Vilma.
What?
Washed.
Wash.
Wash.
Carolyn.
Burn.
Burn.
Burned.
Burn.
Burn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you individually so I can hear your individual pronunciation, okay? Sueli?
Relaxed.
Relaxed, yes. Okay, Antonio?
Folded.
Yes, folded. Yes, good, okay. Monse? Baked. Yes. Bruna? Tasted.
Tasted.
Mercedes? Welcome. Kelly? Fixed. Me? And Vilma do
Love.
Love.
loved. Good. Okay, so let's do this. Talk with your neighbor for 1 minute about what you think the rule is, how we decide which one it is. So talk with your partner just for 1 minute. Try to figure out what's the rule, because there is a rule. Okay? Go ahead and talk for 1 minute. Time. Okay?
But the second one
Like
comes
H,
from
she's H, I'm like no.
All right.
X. X.
the
All
first
to
one.
Vietnam.
Aha.
The second
Here's some good explanations. So let's start with the easy one. So the extra syllable. When do we use an extra syllable? We need, someone said it, so I'll let you say it and then we'll talk about it. Someone said, why do we use an extra syllable? When? What happened?
Consonant.
Yes, we look at the verb base. The verb base ends in a t sound, or a
D.
d. If the verb ends with a t or a d, we have to add the extra syllable. Otherwise, we would try to say fun or tastes. Oh, hi, come on in. So that's why. So if the verb base ends in what? T or D, we do what? Add an extra syllable, id. Aha. So that's the rule for here. Yeah? Okay. How about this one? What's happening here in the verb base?
We just add
And
What do these have in common? These these sounds. Do you know voiced and voiceless? Okay. So put your hand on your throat. Okay. Say the sound. What do you feel here? Vibration, right? That's called a voiced sound. A voiced sound. So when we feel or right? Or your throat, vocal cords have to come together and vibrate.
Yeah.
So if the verb base ends in a or a voiced sound, we use a voiced ending. So say, put your hand on your throat. So burned, welcomed, returned, delivered. Do you hear how the ending of the verb has a voiced sound, so it needs a voiced ending? Yeah. And any vowel like dra, if you say ah, do you feel vibration? Ah, e. So to make a vowel, you need vibration also. So if it's a vowel or a voiced sound, which ending do we choose? D. Yeah, D. It's a d sound. So voiced to voice. Voiced to voice. Voiced ending to the verb, voiced ending for the E. Okay? So now can you make a guess about the t? So, any vibration?
No.
So voiceless. So what's your guess about this? When do we use t? Look at the verb base.
Two seals.
So the sound, what's the sound shh? Shh. Voiced or voiceless?
Voiceless.
Yeah. Voiced or voiceless?
Voiceless.
Voiceless. Yeah, so voiceless, a voiceless verb ending goes to a voiceless ED ending. Yay, it matches, right? So voiced to voiced, voiceless to voiceless. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about hate?
Hate. Hated. Hated. Which one is it? Hated. Extra syllable, like taste. The E is silent. In hate, what's the ending sound to the verb? Hate? What's the ending sound? Okay. It's a T sound already, so we need to add the extra syllable. That's a great question. Because sometimes a verb can end in an E, but you say this E? Tasty? No. Taste. So tasted. You need the extra syllable because you can't say taste. Right? You need this extra syllable. So when do I use an extra syllable? When do we use id?
Where the
When the verb ends with T or D. Good. When do we use the voiced D sound for ed? Yes, when the verb ends with vibration or a voiced sound. Good. And when do we use t? When the verb ends voiceless or no vibration. So you have voiceless here, voiced here, and extra syllable. The extra syllable is just to make it easier to say. So the Native Americans helped the settlers, and particularly Squanto, helped the settlers to learn how to plant and grow crops in this new country that was so different from where they came from. Okay, so I'm going to read you a story, so just listen first. And then I'm going to give you the text text with some missing words to fill in, okay? So let me read to you about Squanto. I'm going to read it to you again, but I'm going to give you the text, and I'm going to ask you to fill in the blanks of the words that you hear, okay?
Yes, could be.
Could be. So, who could be this one?
I'm going to go ahead and read it to you again because I want us to have time for you to read it to one another and practice your pronunciation. Okay? So let me read it to you so you can fill in what's missing, and then we're going to practice reading it to each other so you get practice speaking. Okay? All right. Ready? Nearly 400 years ago, a ship full of English families called Pilgrims landed at what is now Cape Cod, Massachusetts. After a rough crossing, they finally reached the land they called the New World. They were eager to begin their new life, but the winter was harsher than it had ever been back in London, and food supplies were low. Many died that winter. The next season, the native peoples of the land taught the settlers new and better ways to grow crops. Historians believe that a Native American named Squanto was critical to the Pilgrims' survival in the New World. Squanto, also known as Tisquantum, was a Native American of the Patuxet tribe. The tribe lived in what is now Massachusetts and Rhode Island. In 1614, an English lieutenant kidnapped Squanto and sold him into slavery in Spain. While in captivity in several places, Squanto learned English. Squanto wanted to return to his home. After several attempts, he finally returned in 1619. When he arrived, he discovered that all the Patuxet, along with many other Native Americans, had died from disease. The Pilgrims arrived from England in late 1620 and settled in the area where Squanto was living. Since he could speak English, Squanto worked with the Pilgrims by teaching them how to grow corn and how to fish. He also translated for the Pilgrims when they talked with the Wampanoag tribe. Squanto died in 1622. How do we do? That's that? So-so?
Yes.
That's okay.
I missed that.
Which one?
The Pilgrims, when they, almost the last one.
Oh, the Pilgrims when they talked.
Talked.
When they talked.
Where?
Yeah.
Died.
Yes. Antonio, where does died go?
Someday.
Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Because the sound is vibration.
Yes. Died. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you pick the next person. Pick the next person.
January.
Pronounce it. What's the next one?
Name.
Where does it go? Here? Everyone agree? Name. What's the rule for this one? What does it have to end in?
D or T.
Yeah, so this one ends in D. Okay. Next one, you pick the next person.
Name. Lived.
Lived. Where does it go?
Left.
Here? Yes, ma'am. You love these rules, they work. Here? Here? Right?
No. Vibration. Alright.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are rocking this. Next one.
Slowly.
Guide. ID?
Everybody agree?
Died.
Ah.
The first.
Diet?
No? Something?
Ah. Is this voiced or voiceless? Ah.
Yeah, the
Vibration. Died. One is worked. And why? When do we use this?
Voiceless.
Voiceless. And what is voiceless here?
Work.
Good. Okay. Now that you're pros at the ED endings, so now I'd like you to read this passage to a partner and then have them read it to you. So maybe you can work with Tomatis and then two. Okay? Read it to each other and listen for each other's pronunciation. Okay?
Back in the story, and the food supply mainly died